The broken ankle test, why your personal crisis is crucial business data, Fairweather friends and discounts. Have you ever needed help in a genuine emergency, asked a friend, and watched them completely disappear? It hurts. It feels personal, but what if I told you that painful moment is actually a gift? Today, we are analyzing a real-life case study about vulnerability, Fairweather friends, and why you need to stop separating your personal boundaries from your business decisions. This crisis moment, whether personal or business, is not a tragedy. It's an unfiltered system diagnostic. I call it the broken ankle test. It is the ultimate tool for evaluating your personal and professional networks. The personal crisis, a system diagnostic. The broken ankle test came when I was immobilized. Let's look at the situation. Picture this. You are an active entrepreneur. Suddenly, you break your ankle. You cannot drive. You are completely dependent on others for mobility. To make matters worse, you have to travel abroad in 48 hours for 3 weeks. But before you leave, you urgently need to secure an empty property that is nearly a 2-hour round trip away. You need to turn off water valves and secure the heating. An acquaintance who was scheduled to visit you for tea is asked to do this crucial 90-minute favor. Their response? They cancel the entire visit 2 hours before arriving, claiming the drive would make their schedule too tight before their evening plans. At that moment, you feel abandoned. But if you shift from an emotional mindset to an analytical mindset, you realize you just received valuable data. You have identified a Fairweather friend. Her final message, a cheerful, "I'll contact you in 3 weeks," proves she had zero emotional investment in your immediate crisis. It confirms she closed the file and didn't spare a second thought for how you would solve your logistical emergency. Fan versus player, the two groups. If you have ever been badly injured, a broken bone, surgery, a crippling professional setback, you know the world immediately splits into two groups. The first group offers comforting words, often followed by an excuse. I had a friend, let's call him Mark, who I'd spent countless hours supporting. Mark texted immediately saying, "So sorry, let me know if you need anything." That was the equivalent of a software function returning a null value. It felt good, but it was useless. This is the fan response, low value output. Let me know if I can help. Ambiguous, requires high cognitive load from you to process. Mark was a fan of the easy version of my life. The second group simply shows up. The true test was Maria, a neighbor I barely knew. She didn't ask. She simply appeared at the door for 4 days straight with pre-made meals, took out my recycling, and walked my dog. This is the player response, high value output. I'm bringing dinner at 6. What size shirt are you? Actionable, requires zero cognitive load from you. Maria was a player, someone willing to engage with the grit and complication of the current reality. The business implication, stop separating the data. This is where many people make mistakes. They separate the two. They think, she is a flaky friend, but I should still be nice in business. No. Her behavior as a friend is proof of her reliability as a client. If they cancel on you during a personal crisis to protect their comfort, they will eventually flake in business when it becomes inconvenient. A concrete example, we often have Fairweather friends in business, investors, partners, or employees. In one instance, our startup hit a catastrophic technical failure that threatened to halt our entire platform. Our primary investor, who was charming during the seed round, became distant, sending emails asking for projections and ignoring the immediate crisis. He was a Fairweather investor, a fan of the idea of success, not a partner in the act of debugging the failure. The player was our entry-level CTO, who skipped sleep for 2 days. They didn't just report the bug, they designed a practical, step-by-step strategy to isolate the core error. They prioritized survival over optics. The business recommendation is simple. Do not separate the data. A 50% discount is a privilege for people who support you. It is a ride or die rate. If they are not willing to ride when you are injured, they no longer qualify for the discount. You don't need drama. You just quietly shift them from the friend category to the general customer category. Customers pay full price. The pass you give people, the "oh, they are just busy" excuse, is a bug in your own operating system. You are actively choosing to ignore clear data that a resource is unreliable under load. The being stranded fix for the future. So how do we avoid being stranded next time? Don't wait for a crisis to build your safety net. If you live alone or run a business, you need 3 things in place before you break your ankle. Know your paid professional options. Know your paid professional options. Have the numbers for local taxis, medical transport services, or rideshare apps saved. Budget for emergencies. Platforms like Nextdoor or Meetup are incredible for finding local neighbors willing to do odd jobs for a small, negotiated fee. Be realistic about your circle. Know exactly who your 2 a.m. emergency friends are. Do not test fair-weather friends with crises. They will always fail. The entrepreneurial definition of this is turning obstacles into assets. The crisis is the asset. It performed a ruthless free audit of your social and professional capital. Use this data, prune the connections that fail the test, and aggressively invest your energy, time, and loyalty into the players, the rare allies who solve systemic failures without needing to be prompted twice. Invest in the relationships that offer high-value, zero-shot support. Your recovery, your business, and your future success depend on the strength of that core team. This isn't bitter, this is just data. Conclusion: it is painful when people disappoint us, but use that pain as data to refine your boundaries. Protect your peace, protect your business energy, and stop giving loyal discounts to part-time people. You got this. What was your broken ankle test? Share your experience, personal or professional, in the comments below. And if this diagnostic framework resonated with you, hit the like button and subscribe for more insights on building resilience and momentum in your life and business.